Hey, Josh T, Grown T Farms. Midday cattle move here. Thought I would take a second and get a little shot here of what we're grazing. So we're grazing primarily common crabgrass. So quite a stand of it too. I've got grazing stick here. You can see it's marked off to 24 inches, but the stick itself is 3 feet tall. So if I put that stick down there, you can see that the tops of this grass is a good foot above that. So a lot of this crabgrass is 4 foot tall. It's just common crabgrass. We didn't seed it. The last thing that this field was seeded in was some sorghum Sudan last June. So we had a volunteer stand of annual ryegrass in here. And this is the third trip across this particular paddock this grazing season. We weren't able to get on it early in the spring. We just kind of deferred grazing on this because we had more grass than we could get grazed, and we let all this annual ryegrass that was here go to seed. I think I did a video that said this is not finishing quality forage. That would have been the first trip across it. We had a good understory of clover in here that we sent our finishing animals across. I don't remember exactly when we got started on that, probably in June or July. And after we moved the finishers across, we brought the cows in here behind them and kind of cleaned it up. There's an area here. This is an old crop field. So as you can see, we got some red root amaranth, I guess is what it would be, and Cockleburr there. This was, there's about I don't know, close to an acre in this field that has some bare ground. We didn't get as good a crabgrass germination on it as we have in the past, but we went ahead. It wasn't worth drilling something else into it. But so I was going to get a little video here. I had done a video on Cockleburrs for soil improvement, and like I said in that video, not advocating growing Cockleburr or amaranth per se, but when we're grazing these cattle under, I would say this is moderate stock density. We're just doing 2 moves a day since we are actively calving. We're about 9 days into our calving season, and we have had 90% of our calves in 9 days here of our calving season. From a 283-day gestation. Now, we did have some calves start coming early, but from our fixed time AI, when we AI'd these cows and turned the cleanup bulls in them, 283 days was September the 8th. So from September the 8th until today, we've had 90% of our calves. But here's a stand of Cockleburr, or what's left of it. As you can see, these cattle have just stripped all the leaves and took the tops out of these stems down to about 2 foot within the ground, and the same with this this red root amaranth. So we don't worry as much about Cockleburrs as we used to. I used to, they really bothered me, but as we started tightening our cattle up and grazing under higher stock density, they just really aren't a problem. When I come back to move these cattle, all these Cockleburr and red root amaranth and all these other various weeds in here will look like these do. And like I said, we got a little more bare ground here showing that I would like, but it was just because it was bare before we started grazing, okay? I'll walk right up here where we had a better stand of crabgrass. This was just there was a little area right here where we just didn't have the germination on the crabgrass. We had originally planned to drill this in the sorghum Sudan this year. This is one of 2 paddocks that we decided not to because we had such a early germination of crabgrass that we thought it would really impact the ability of that sorghum Sudan to get established. So we just decided we would go with the crabgrass. and we're glad we did. We've got a lot of grazing days out of this. But here is where we've just moved from. So you can see the ground's covered real well. The manure looks good. Still, even though this crabgrass is pretty matured out, it's seeding out. Get out of the shadow here. The manure pats are good. Almost just a little bit loose. Some of them, you know, there's one that's just about ideal. Got a dung beetle crawling on top of it there, but there is some, you know, just a little bit loose, not to the point of scours. We're not concerned about it, but so this matured out crabgrass is of pretty good quality, definitely exceeding the maintenance needs of these lactating cows. So hope everybody has a fantastic day. As always, you can check us out online at runningtbeef.com, or you can like us on Facebook at runningtbeef. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure and click that like and subscribe button on your way out. And I hope everybody has a great weekend.